Hey everybody, this is a little dinner. I've got some sliced tomatoes, a tofurkey Italian sausage, and pasta con sarde. Now, it's also called Maccheroni con sarde because they make a little can of seasoning and that's what they call it on the can. I didn't use the can, but I've seen it. But it's traditionally made with a bucatini, and I can't get bucatini, so I have spaghetti. But, oh my god, this pasta is so good. I have never had it before, and it's supposed to be made with sardines. So I first learned about it on Giovanna La Marca's Kitchen on the Cliff channel. She has such a cute kitchen, and she's such a nice little Sicilian granny. And she made it one way, then I checked out Chef John, and then I looked online, and there's all kinds of different ways to do it. So I did do it the way Giovanna suggests, that you take the fennel greens and simmer them in your pasta water with salt before you boil the pasta. And then online, somebody had a suggestion that you grind some fennel seeds and toast them with the breadcrumbs. And Chef John's was totally different, and he uses some of the red chili flakes. So it's kind of a combination of all those things. And before you serve it, you can put more pine nuts, and then it gets these beautiful fennel scented toasted golden breadcrumbs. I could eat these breadcrumbs with a spoon right out of the jar. Some tips. Get the pan. You need a big pan to make the sauce in, a big saucepan. Get it out and toast the pine nuts first. And whenever you're toasting any kind of nut or seed, you have to stand there the whole time, make sure they don't burn. You have to keep them moving around. And then the minute they start to get sort of golden and they smell good, you want to have a dish ready for them to be dumped in right away. Because if you just take the pan off the heat, whatever you're toasting is going to burn. So you have to put it in the dish, and it will continue to toast a little bit, so don't overdo them, or they'll get bitter. Next, do the ground fennel seed with a little olive oil, and then put the breadcrumbs in, and they get salt and pepper. Then set those aside. Then you're ready for your sauce. But you want to bring your pasta water to a boil first, because you've got to simmer the fennel stalks for about 20 minutes. And then after the fennel stalks are done, you strain them out of the water and you put the pasta in. And another tip that I see a lot of people on YouTube cooking their pasta first and then making the sauce. Don't do that. The pasta it'll continue to soften if you leave it hot. It'll stick together if unless you rinse it in cold water, which there's no reason to do that. And never ever put oil in your pasta when you're cooking it, because then your sauce won't stick to it. So make the sauce first and then the pasta. And you're going to want to do this because you're going to be using some of that wonderful fennel broth with the pasta starch in it to thicken up the sauce. So you take your spaghetti or your... I'm sorry, I was interrupted by running out of space on my camera. And now I'm going to have to, upload it and then download it and then record it with a screen recorder, which is going to spoil the quality, but I can't help it. So I apologize in advance. But anyway, where were we? We were cooking the spaghetti. And so you've got your spaghetti cooking. Hopefully you've gotten your sauce started already. And it's a wonderful complicated sauce. Don't leave anything out of it. Except the saffron. You can leave that out, it's optional because it's expensive and you don't want to have to go out and buy saffron just for this if you don't use it very often. But it's worth having around because it's really nice. It's a nice way to get yellow color into stuff without having it taste like turmeric. You can also leave out the red chili flakes. But I know some of you guys don't like olives, and I don't know what to tell you about, you know, what to sub for the sardines, because I used minced black olives and vegan fish sauce to sub for the anchovies and the sardines. You could maybe try some really well cooked eggplant, maybe, and you know, crumble up some nori. My fish sauce is made from, let's see, I took some of my mushroom extract and I mixed equal parts of the mushroom extract with light soy sauce that has had okami powder simmered in it for, you know, until it tastes like fish. Equal parts of those two. That's my vegan fish sauce. And so you start off with the onions and the fennel. You can pretty much put them in the pan at the same time. Saute them in olive oil over very low heat for about 10 minutes because you want them to become very, very tender, but you don't want them to get brown. And you may also want to, it's optional, but if you want to soak this sauce has golden raisins in it, and you may want to soak your golden raisins in the white wine along with the saffron before you add it all to the sauce. I did that. And then you also put pine nuts in to the sauce. I think that's everything, but of course I will have the recipe down below. So once your sauce is all put together and you have simmered up the wine, and it has to get to just like a certain, you know, creaminess, and then your spaghetti should be ready. Don't cook it to the full time recommended on the package. Leave a couple of minutes short because you're going to want to finish cooking your pasta in the sauce. So you're basically, once you get it in there, you're going to start ladling the pasta water with the fennel in it, and you know, slowly simmering it so that the pasta absorbs all that wonderful sauce. You finish cooking the pasta in the sauce, and I think it took me about 3 ladlefuls. My ladle's half a cup, so 1.5 cups of the pasta water into the sauce to make it nice. And then it's ready to serve. You just do like I did in the beginning, sprinkle the more pine nuts on top and the breadcrumbs, and enjoy. It's wonderful. And I guess that's it for now. I'll have to go glue this together the quick and dirty way. And one of these days I'll get an editing app. I kind of don't like to justify spending money until I like get really used to something. You know, you kind of have to commit to doing this, so it's gonna be crappy editing, and I apologize for that. But anyway, I'll see you later, guys.